Hello and welcome to NDTV 24/7. I'm Rohit Wellington. Let's begin with our top story. Shah Rukh Khan's son Aryan Khan has been granted bail 3 weeks after his arrest in the drugs on cruise case. Bombay High Court's formal order is expected to come on Friday, and Aryan Khan is likely to be released on Friday or on Saturday. Shah Rukh Khan was seen with his legal team after the verdict, and SRK fans celebrated outside his house Mannat in Mumbai.
Soon after news of bail to Aryan Khan outside Mannat, Shah Rukh Khan's house, his fans break into celebrations.
मैं बहुत खुश हूँ। मैं डेली आता था शाहरुख खान सर के घर पे, वो मुझे को मिलते नहीं थे, लेकिन आज मैं बेल हो गया, मैं दौड़ा इधर चला आया। आज मैं बहुत खुश हूँ। मेरी आज ईद भी है और दिवाली भी है।
Ending a month-long ordeal for Aryan since he was first arrested by India's anti-drugs agency as he was entering a cruise ship with his friends. The Bombay High Court has yet to pass the full order, but it appears to have been convinced by Aryan Khan's high-profile team of lawyers, led by this man, former Attorney General of India, Mukul Rohatgi.
आज हाई कोर्ट ने दोनों साइड की दलीलें सुन के 3 अक्यूज को बेल ग्रांट करा है। आर्यन खान नंबर 1, अरबाज मर्चेंट नंबर 2 एंड एक लड़की है, उसका नाम है मुनमुन धमेचा।
In hearings that lasted 3 days, Mr. Rohatgi challenged the prosecution, arguing that there was no case since no drugs were found on Aryan Khan. The NCB's main proof seemed to be WhatsApp chats, which Mr. Rohatgi said were from earlier and had no connection to this incident. Arguing for the Narcotics Control Bureau, the Additional Solicitor General Anil Singh told the court that Aryan Khan regularly consumes drugs and was in touch with peddlers in spite of no recoveries being made from him. The NCB tried to pin the other recoveries on him by alleging conspiracy, to which Mr. Rohatgi reiterated his argument that conspiracy is a meeting of minds, and the NCB's case that they think it's not a coincidence doesn't mean it's a conspiracy. As soon as the news broke, several personalities from the film industry like Sonu Sood, R. Madhavan, Hansal Mehta and Sanjay Gupta reacted, but the big names have largely stayed silent.
Aryan Khan left his home Mannat on 2nd of October for a party, and what followed was something that even he or his family members didn't expect. He's still not returned home, but he's likely to return home soon after the bail hearing, and we saw a short celebration by Shah Rukh Khan fans outside Mannat.
Meanwhile, the Mumbai police is now probing the allegations against the man heading the Aryan probe, Sameer Wankhede.
हमने पिटीशन में ये कहा था कि एक मैलाफाइड इंटेंशन के साथ मेरे क्लाइंट के खिलाफ स्टेट गवर्नमेंट एक पर्सनल वेंडेटा लीश कर रही है, उसको रोकने के लिए कोर्ट की प्रोटेक्शन की आवश्यकता है।
It took a battery of lawyers, some of the most well-known legal faces, and 25 days for Aryan Khan to get bail in a case where no recoveries have been made from him, and all that the agency seems to have are a few WhatsApp chats. But now all eyes are on the order of the Bombay High Court, which will throw light on issues like unconstitutional detention, wrongful detention and illegal arrest, as argued by the former Attorney General of India, Mukul Rohatgi, for Aryan Khan. In Mumbai with Sunil Singh and camera person Praveen G. Rohit, Saurabh Gupta, NDTV.
And on a day that Aryan Khan got bail from the High Court, his sister Suhana shared childhood images of her with Aryan and their father Shah Rukh Khan with a caption, "I love you." It's a huge relief for the Shah Rukh Khan family that Aryan Khan has got bail after 25 days in custody. India's former Attorney General Mukul Rohatgi, who represented Aryan Khan in the Bombay High Court, said that Shah Rukh Khan had tears of joy in his eyes after the verdict.
You've met Shah Rukh Khan. At the end of this, the bail has been granted. What was his reaction? Could you tell us about, how tough it was for Gauri Khan or Shah Rukh Khan in the last few days?
Obviously, I met the father, not the mother. The father had tears of joy in his eyes. He has been a very worried father the last 3-4 days that I was here. I'm not even sure whether he had proper meals. He was only having coffee after coffee. And he was very, very worried. And I could see a big sense of relief on the father's face last when I met him. And that's it now.
Moving on to the other big story, 3 Kashmiri students were arrested in Uttar Pradesh's Agra for allegedly celebrating Pakistan win over India in the ongoing T20 World Cup. UP Chief Minister has said that sedition charges will be slapped against anyone who celebrates Pakistan's win over India. Arrests have been made in Rajasthan, UP and Kashmir. Lawyers say Indian cricket team is not Indian state. At an engineering college in Agra, 3 students from Kashmir arrested for celebrating on social media Pakistan's win against India in the recently concluded T20 World Cup. The complaint filed against them by the Bharatiya Janata Yuva Morcha, a youth wing of the BJP. The students have been sent to jail and charged with sedition. They were targeted by a mob while being produced in court before being sent to jail.
इस वाकया पर एक तहरीर पुलिस को प्राप्त हुई जिसमें पुलिस ने मुकदमा पंजीकृत किया और उसकी जांच करने के बाद उसमें 3 लोग नामजद थे, तीनों को आज गिरफ्तार किया गया है.
The UP Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath has tweeted saying that those celebrating the victory of Pakistan will be charged with sedition.
अगर वो देश को तोड़ने की बात करेगा तो उसके लिए हमारे देश में, हमारे प्रदेश में, हमारे आगरा में कहीं भी कोई स्थान नहीं है क्योंकि ये प्रदेश योगी जी का प्रदेश है. यहाँ देश तोड़ने वालों की जगह कहीं नहीं दी जाएगी.
But former Chief Minister of Jammu and Kashmir Mehbooba Mufti has demanded that the Kashmiri students be released. In Bareilly, a similar pattern. 2 people, one of them an employee of the central jail, accused by the Hindu Jagran Manch of supporting Pakistan in cricket, arrested and sent to jail.
2 अलग-अलग व्यक्तियों के द्वारा अपने मोबाइल से व्हाट्सएप पे अलग-अलग स्टेटस लगाए थे जिसमें कुछ आपत्तिजनक शब्द का इस्तेमाल किया गया था. उक्त संबंध में थाना इज्जत नगर पे 504, 506 और 66 IT एक्ट के तहत मुकदमा पंजीकृत किया गया है.
Again in UP's Sitapur and Badaयूं, 2 more people arrested for supporting Pakistan. A man named Musharraf had allegedly made objectionable posts on social media in Sitapur, and in Badaयूं, a youth had posted on Facebook that he loves and misses Pakistan and celebrates the win. In all 7 cases, charges of sedition have been brought against the accused. In Udaipur in Rajasthan, a school teacher from a private school was arrested for celebrating Pakistan's win via her WhatsApp status that went viral. She was charged with provocation with the intent of causing hurt, but is now out on bail.
In Jammu and Kashmir, a hospital technician was terminated from services for her video on WhatsApp celebrating Pakistan's victory. On Monday, students of 2 medical colleges in Srinagar were booked under UAPA, a stringent anti-terrorist law. Kashmir has a long list of police cases over cricket celebrations. It goes back to 1983 when there was a match between India and West Indies in Srinagar.
Top lawyers say there is no basis for charging people with sedition for such comments.
Indian cricket team is not the Indian nation. There is no duty that you must support the Indian cricket team at all times.
With Kamal Khan in Lucknow, Bureau Report, NDTV. A video has gone viral of Hyderabad City Police checking mobile phones of citizens as part of a drive to crack down on illegal drugs. NDTV has a video of a Hyderabad policeman admitting on camera that they are searching phone chats for words like ganja and weed. A senior police officer has said that no one was being forced to show their mobile phones, but said that citizens were cooperating.
This video of vehicles being checked by Hyderabad police has gone viral because the men in uniform are caught on camera asking for the citizen's mobile phone and reportedly checking chats for words like ganja, weed as part of a crackdown on narcotic substances.
फोन चेक कर रहा हूँ जी, बाइक पे भी चेक कर रहा हूँ जी, इसके जेब पे भी चेक कर रहा हूँ. कुछ चाट मिले तो उनको भेज रहा हूँ स्टेशन को, उसमें गांजा, वीड और स्टफ.
यानी शराब भी अगर कोई लेके जा रहा है साथ में तो वो भी जैसो प्रोहिबिटेड है. और जैसा गांजा सिगरेट में भरे हुआ हो यानी जो भी चीज़ है चेक करें. तो
The Hyderabad Police Commissioner says when there is a suspicion, electronic devices are also checked as electronic evidence is becoming increasingly critical to fight crime, but insists the police have no intention of violating citizens' right to privacy.
Officer anywhere in the country has any intention of intruding into that. So there is no question of that. But as far as rowdies, murderers, criminals are concerned, if we find anything in possession, we have to check what is that. It is our prime responsibility. Thank you so much.
Activists point out that it is illegal for the police to check phone chats, that it is a blatant violation of the right to privacy.
And there is no such omnibus fiat which empowers a police officer to stop all and everybody and say, I will look into your cell phone to see what it contains. Also, the statement that we did not force anybody and people can refuse, to say the least is naive and requires to be considered to be rejected with contempt. I believe that this is an excess. I believe that this is a serious violation of Article 21. I believe that if the police stops me on the way and asks me for my cell phone, I have a right to tell him, show me your warrant or show me the reasons why you reasonably believe that you need to search and seize what I have as my cell phone.
Hyderabad incidentally is the city with the maximum number of CCTV cameras. The Hyderabad police has in the past been accused of using face recognition technology to profile citizens. In this case, the Hyderabad police says there is no coercion and that citizens are cooperating voluntarily. But activists point out that this presumes that every citizen is not above suspicion and it violates fundamental rights. In Hyderabad, with camera person Nagraju, Uma Sudhir, NDTV.
In some other news, Delhi police was seen removing barricades at the farmers' protest site near Tikri border in Delhi, and it is likely that one side of the Delhi-Rohtak highway, which has been blocked since the agitation, may be reopened on Friday. The development comes 2 days after senior officials of the Haryana government held a meeting with the farmers and industrialists in Bahadurgarh town of Jhajjar district.
मैंने और मेरे साथ जो अधिकारी हैं सब लोग किसानों के साथ हमने सारा एक उसका मौके का भी मुआयना किया है और उसमें ये देखा कि दोनों तरफ अगर एक एक लेन खोलें तो उसके लिए फिर आगे हमें अब दिल्ली वालों से भी बात करनी पड़ेगी।
सर, क्या उम्मीद रखी जाए कि जल्दी रास्ते खुल सकते हैं?
देखिए, अब ये आगे जो है थोड़ा दिल्ली के साथ ये बात करेंगे तो हम कोशिश तो है, कोशिश तो पहले से भी कर रहे हैं, हम तो लगातार कोशिश में लगे रहेंगे और कोशिश करेंगे। और माननीय सुप्रीम कोर्ट में भी ये केस चल रहा है और माननीय सुप्रीम कोर्ट की भी यही हिदायत है कि जो रास्ते हैं वो बंद नहीं होने चाहिए। तो हम कोशिश करेंगे कि जो हरियाणा सरकार के प्रयास हैं वो सफल हों।
Alright, shifting focus to Punjab now, where it was a day of hectic political developments ahead of assembly elections in 2022, which BJP will be contesting alone. The party held a key strategy meeting. The Delhi Chief Minister was in Punjab, while the Punjab Chief Minister was in Delhi. Mohammad Ghazali has this report.
A day of political flux in Punjab. The BJP launching its campaign promising a Nawa or New Punjab. The Punjab Chief Minister in Delhi to meet Congress bosses, and the Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal in Punjab to meet farmers, triggering a fresh round of factional sniping in the Congress, with the former State Congress President Sunil Jakhar tweeting this. AAP Chief Arvind Kejriwal also attacked the Chief Minister for insufficient compensation to cotton farmers, where there have been several farmers who've died by suicide, but also said Chief Minister Channi was trying to copy AAP. AAP won 23.7% of the vote share in the last election and pushing for more in the upcoming polls.
कई लोग मेरे को आते हैं, मेरे को कहते हैं चन्नी साहब आजकल आम आदमी की नकल कर रहे हैं। पंजाब की जनता को भी कहना चाहता हूं कि भाई जब ओरिजिनल आपके सामने खड़ा है तो फिर डुप्लीकेट को वोट देने से क्या फायदा।
Not only AAP but the BJP, which has decided to contest the 2022 polls on its own, also launched its campaign with the slogan Nawa Punjab, Bhajpa de Naal.
भारत की सरकार ने अनेक बार लगभग 11 बार ऐसे सारे किसान संगठनों से खुले मन से बातचीत की है। माननीय प्रधानमंत्री जी ने जो फाइनेंशियल इंक्लूजन जनधन खातों के माध्यम से किया था, प्रोक्योरमेंट को लेकर के जिस तरह की आशंकाएं खड़ी की जा रही थी उन सबको धक्का दे प्रोक्योरमेंट को जिस तरह से इंक्रीज किया और उसके साथ साथ में
I'm sure ਜਦੋਂ ਕਿਸਾਨ ਵੀ ਚਾਹੁੰਦੇ ਨੇ।
Amrinder Singh, the Congress CM till recently, is in Delhi after he said he wanted to discuss an alliance with the BJP. His successor is also here to discuss with his party bosses the fallout of Amrinder Singh's latest move.
This time Punjab will see a multi-cornered contest in 2022 assembly polls, and that is why none of the parties seem to be in a comfortable position in the next assembly elections. Lot will also depend on the farm agitation which has been going on for the last 1 year. All eyes are on Amrinder Singh as well, who claims that he may help in ending this farm agitation or resolving the crisis for the farmers. In Chandigarh, Mohammad Ghazali for NDTV.